Some news just coming in, and this has got to do with the excise policy controversy. According to sources in the ALG's office, the Chief Secretary was actually duty-bound, and this is under the Rule 57 of the Transaction of Business Rules, to inquire and bring to the notice of the Governor and the Chief Minister about procedural lapses. Chief Secretary of Delhi submitted the report to the Chief Minister as well as the Governor on the 14th of July. The Chief Secretary essentially was only doing his job when he submitted the report to the Chief Minister and the Lieutenant Governor as well. This had happened on the 14th of July because the Chief Secretary is actually duty bound to do so under Rule 57 of the Transaction of Business Rules. This to inquire and bring to the notice of the Governor and the Chief Minister about procedural lapses. This has got to do with the excise policy controversy, wherein there are allegations of undue benefits that Delhi Deputy Chief Minister and Finance Minister Manish Sisodia has received. The BJP has raised this issue. Now, Kumar Kunal, who got us that breaking information, is now with us. Kumar, essentially this goes on to show that the Chief Secretary was actually only doing his job, and the Delhi Chief Minister was also in the know about the lapses at the same time as the LG.
Yeah, exactly. The Chief Secretary who has conducted this inquiry, he has conducted inquiry after taking charge, and then he found that there are some procedural lapses in the new excise policy, and on the basis of that, he submitted a report under Transaction of Business Rule 57. It is his duty to provide the factual report, and the factual report he submitted to both LG and CM office on 14th of July. What our sources are telling that almost 8 days ago, the report was submitted to both the offices, and then it was left to Chief Minister as well as LG to take the further action. So this is the new development which is coming out, and under the political charges which is going on by BJP and even Aam Aadmi Party. So political charges and counter charges are continuing, but this is the fact that the report was submitted on 14th July to both the offices.
You know, this is a procedural matter, Kumar, from what you're telling us. If indeed there were procedural lapses, the Delhi government is also duty bound to answer the specific questions. Because right now, what we've heard from both the Chief Minister and a while ago from the Aam Aadmi Party Member of Parliament, Sanjay Singh, was that this is just political vendetta. But what about the specific questions about the procedural lapses? Those have not been answered, isn't it?
Exactly. Right now, what is going on between BJP and Aam Aadmi Party is actually a political blame game, that who wants to target whom. But nothing is actually being discussed about the procedural things which were taking place when the new excise policy came into effect last year. So actually there are certain questions regarding the procedural things which needed to answer, and that's why what our sources in LG Secretariat are saying, that the need of the hour is to answer the procedural lapses, not just doing political blame game against each other. So the CBI inquiry, the recommendation for CBI inquiry is being done on the basis of report, and we should look at the factual things and not just the political aspects of this particular controversy.
All right, thanks for getting us those details, Kumar. We'll keep coming back to you for more on that story. We're shifting focus now to some more news that's coming in.